Welcome to Fayetteville in Focus, our show highlighting stories from around town.
Every 2 weeks, a new episode will air on FayTV, the City of Fayetteville's government access channel. FayTV airs on Channel 7 on Spectrum Cable. It's also streamed online at faytv.net.
And there's plenty more that can be found online by liking the City of Fayetteville on Facebook or following us on YouTube.
Starting out our show this week, we'll take a look at some of our recent happening in our Fayetteville in 5 news segment.
And in our feature story, we head out to Fort Bragg and participate in their leadership program and get a first-hand look at the daily lives of soldiers.
And wrapping up the show, Sherry will head out to the Airborne Special Operations Museum and take a look at their latest exhibit.
So let's get started with the show.
The 2017 Air Gun Outreach Series in Fayetteville recently wrapped up their program at the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office Training Center. Adaptive Sports USA partnered with Fayetteville Cumberland Parks and Recreation along with a grant from the Department of Veterans Affairs to bring the program that introduces the sport of air gun competition to disabled veterans. This year, the 17 athletes participated in the month-long program that culminated with a competition on June 16th.
They seem to like the shooting aspect in general, but I think the most important thing for them has been the socialization, getting them out involved, seeing that there's other people in the community that have their same interests, and just get them reacclimated to society and having a good time. It's just a real low-key group, really messing with each other, having a good time.
It keeps you, for people that like to shoot, you can shoot without all the loud noise, because I don't like the loud noise of real handguns, but shooting air rifles is not that loud, so.
I got a second place. They beat me with a couple of score, but it's nice, very competitive. I like it. I like it so much.
This is but one of many programs that are offered to Fayetteville and Cumberland County residents through the Fayetteville Cumberland Parks and Recreation. To learn more about upcoming opportunities for sports and leisure activities, visit fcpr.us. The City of Fayetteville is sprucing up its gateways with new signs along Fayetteville's main corridor entrances. The goal is to give Fayetteville a fresher look to motorists as they enter the city. Signs have already been installed on multiple locations. First one along Rayford Road just as you enter Fayetteville from Hope County. On Ramsey Street just as you exit off 295 heading towards Fayetteville. On Bragg Boulevard after exiting off 295. And on Murchison Road as you enter Fayetteville. The first phase of the project has been completed with all the signs raised. The next step will feature professional landscaping and accent lighting. Every year, the Fayetteville community honors the sacrifices of local law enforcement officers who have died while serving their community. This year, a new memorial was dedicated in front of the Fayetteville Police Department to remind the public about one group of police officers that people may forget that serve our community, the police canine. The memorial honors the dogs who have served in the past and those who actively serve today. Currently, 15 dogs serve in a variety of roles ranging from explosive detection, search and rescue, to drug interdiction. The statue was made possible by donations from private citizens. Fayetteville police officers, along with soldiers from Fort Bragg, recently helped carry the Flame of Hope for the Special Olympics of North Carolina. Deputies from the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office ran the torch to the front of City Hall, where it was handed off to athletes and police officers. Runners then carried the Flame of Hope down Hay Street to Person Street, and then another 10 miles to the town of Eastover. The Flame of Hope is carried by law enforcement agencies across North Carolina before being run to the North Carolina State Games held in Raleigh during the first week of June. If you've been driving by Festival Park around lunchtime on Wednesdays recently, you might be asking yourself, what's up with all the food trucks? And you'll be close. It's the What the Truck Food Truck Gathering, sponsored by the Center for Economic Empowerment and Development and supported by the city. Every Wednesday from 11 to 2, food trucks will be at Festival Park offering food ranging from pulled pork to gourmet burgers and wings to gourmet popsicles. What the Truck is expected to run into October. Organizers say the goal of What the Truck is to bring more customers downtown, encourage city growth and engagement, promote the food truck industry, and promote and support the Center for Economic Empowerment and Development. Pools and splash pads are open for the summer season. Pools are open Tuesday through Sunday from 8:30 in the morning to 6 in the evening. There are 3 pool locations: Chalmers Pool, located at 1520 Slater Avenue, Keith A. Bates Senior Pool, located at 4945 Rose Hill Road, and Westover Aquatic Center at 266 Bonanza Drive. Cost for public swim for residents is $1 for ages 12 and under, and for those 13 and older, it's $2. For non-residents, the cost is double at $2 for 12 and under and $4 for 13 and older. The splash pad at J.S. Spivey Recreation Center, located at 500 Fisher Street, is also open for all. It's open from Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday from 1 to 6 p.m. And admission is free.
1 minute! All right, find that 30-second reference point. We give our 30-second reference point. They sound off with it.
For the citizens participating in the Leadership Fort Bragg program, it can be an eye-opening experience.
I've lived in Fayetteville my whole life. I'm from Fayetteville and thought I had a pretty good knowledge base of what Fort Bragg meant and everything that they did. And after today, I realized I had no idea, basically. I have learned so much today. And what they bring, the base brings to our community, it's just phenomenal.
During the Leadership Fort Bragg program, the group toured different areas around the Army post to see and experience military life from the soldiers' perspective and their family members.
But this room right here, to me, is the example of what every barracks room has the potential to be.
The most interesting thing that I learned today was about the parachuting. I really enjoyed that part of it. I think that most people don't understand. They have no concept of what all is involved in being a paratrooper and how rigorous it is and what these young men and women go through.
The experience also benefits the soldiers.
Very refreshing for me, and I think what I love most is our troopers get a lot out of it when they're talking with the civilians, because they get to show what they do, what they love to do on a daily basis. And what I really like about this program is we really try and make sure that they get honest, on-the-ground feedback from the troopers that are living the life every day.
For David Lang, general manager for the local minor league baseball team, the Bowies Creek Astros, the visit was a chance to interact directly with the soldiers.
To be able to talk with some of the soldiers, learn how they feel about being here on base, you learn a lot more than just, what the military is all about, but what the people are about here on base as well.
The one thing I want to make sure that they really understand is how much our soldiers care about the job that they do for our nation. They are just super Americans, and they're here to serve the nation. They just do great business every day, and I want to make sure that really the local communities understand how much our soldiers are talented and can do for our nation.
And for David, it was an opportunity to find out how to give back to the soldiers and their families in a meaningful way.
And being able to help the families that have lost, lost their loved ones because of war or anything like that, to be able to help those folks come out to the ballpark, bring their kids, I think that's going to be tremendous. Working with the Army, we want to be a big partner with the Army. And so I don't know what that entails, but anything and everything that we can do to help these troops that are volunteering to do good things for us, we want to get back to them.
They want to support our soldiers, and there's opportunities where they know that they can provide something of great value to our soldiers and our family members, so I'm very pleased that they're coming out to support us.
And grow the relationship between Fort Bragg and surrounding communities.
Fayetteville as a city, we rely on them for the better part of our economy. So we want to nurture that relationship and make sure that it thrives.
And there are plenty of opportunities to participate in programs like this for members of the community who couldn't participate this time.
They should just log on to the Fort Bragg webpage, and then there's going to be opportunities for them to reach out to our community relations people and make sure that we get them signed up for the right events.
Fayetteville is rich in military history and patriotism because of our relationship with Fort Bragg. And because Fayetteville is home to the 82nd Airborne Division, it's only fitting that a museum dedicated to the troops of Airborne and Special Operations groups is located right here in Fayetteville. I have with me today Paul Galloway, and he is the Executive Director of the Foundation. Hi, Paul, how are you?
Morning, Sherry.
So tell us what visitors can experience whenever they come to the museum.
Well, we relive, share, and understand the history and the exploits of the Airborne and Special Operations soldiers of the United States Army. Opened August 16th of 2000, the 60th anniversary of the original test platoon. 59,000 square foot monstrosity in honor of those soldiers. History, heroes, and a hometown feeling is the tagline of Fayetteville. We have two of those here, history and heroes, and we hope we provide the hometown feeling to our guests.
Well, I've visited the museum myself several times, and it's awesome, the exhibits that you have here. But I know that you've got a special exhibit that's going to be running up through July. Tell us about that.
That's called Before We Were Airborne, and almost all the artifacts, as a matter of fact, all the artifacts but one is on loan from the 82nd War Memorial Museum on Fort Bragg. And they're a sister military museum and the educational platform, and it's the 100th anniversary of the 82nd, so it was very appropriate. All the artifacts are from World War I. We have Captain Williams' jacket. He was the first trooper to be killed in World War I. He was the first trooper of 82nd to ever give his life for his country on June 9th, 1918 in Lorraine. We also have a jacket from Alvin York, the Medal of Honor recipient from Tennessee, and as soon as he was discharged from the military, the Tennessee government gave him honorary colonel in their National Guard and gave him that outfit. And this is the first time those two outfits have ever been seen by the public on display.
And I know you have a red carpet event coming up. Tell us about that.
We're excited about that. It's called Light Up to Live. It's about 5 soldiers. It's a documentary of how they went through normal channels of traumatic brain injury and then went out on this limb. And Light Up to Live uses LED lighting and that, and it's more technical than I can tell you. But Operation Rock the Troops and Task Force Dagger have come to us and said, hey, we'd like to partner and do this. And so this is a free event. You have to register online, so you go to our website and register so we know how many seats there are. There's only 250 seats in the theater, but we want you to come. It's a meet and greet on 1 July at 1 p.m., and then the movie starts at 2. And we're going to have people, there's a couple local heroes that are in that film.
Okay, that's going to be awesome. Thank you so much. You bet. So I would encourage you to come out to the Airborne and Special Operations Museum. It's located in downtown Fayetteville at the corner of Bragg Boulevard and Hay Street. I'm not sure of the exact address. What is it, 100?
Bragg Boulevard, because there'll never be another 500 Hay Street again.
That's great. The museum is open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday, noon to 5 p.m. Admission to the museum is free, but donations are graciously accepted. For more information about the museum and the exhibits that are on display, visit the website at asomf.org.
This will wrap up this episode of Fayetteville in Focus.
We hope you've enjoyed it. If you'd like to watch this or any other FayTV programming, visit us on the web at faytv.net.
So remember, like us on Facebook,
subscribe to us on YouTube,
and keep watching our live stream on our website or on Spectrum Cable, Channel 7.
Thank you for watching FayTV.